Hello, beautiful friends. Susie with Life Flow Yoga. I'm a Kundalini yoga teacher in training with Yoga Vision. Kundalini yoga is an ancient spiritual practice, and it originates from the Punjab area of India. A Kundalini yoga practice consists of 7 parts. The first is tuning in with the Adi mantra, which is Om Namo Gurudev Namo, calling on our highest consciousness to be present during the practice. This is in the ancient language of Gurmukhi. Following tuning in will be a short breathing practice or pranayama, followed by a few warm-up exercises, the Kriya, a relaxation, and then a meditation. And we close out the practice with a long set short nam, which is in the ancient language of Gurmukhi, and it means truth is my name. Today's Kriya will be the Surya Kriya. This Kriya is very good for strengthening the body and getting the energy moving throughout our body. It calls on the power of the sun to call our bodies and call ourselves into action. And we'll be combining this with a meditation to magnify the radiant body, which also has a similar effect on clarity, purpose, direction with respect to how we move forward. So we'll begin our practice today by tuning in with the Adi mantra, which is Om Namo Gurudev Namo, a call on the highest consciousness to be present and ready during this practice. So close your eyes and focus on the third eye, which is in between the eyebrows and slightly above. Place your palms together at the center of your chest, and we'll be pressing our thumb bones into our sternum, and we'll be sitting with a nice tall straight spine, either from a chair or from an easy pose position on the mat. So we'll begin by inhaling through our nose, exhaling fully through our nose, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose. Inhale through the nose and let's tune in. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Inhale deeply. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. One last time, inhale deeply. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Inhale deeply and hold the breath. Exhale fully and gently, gracefully lower your hands to your lap. We will begin with the pranayama of long, slow, deep breathing. So here you are invited to keep your eyes closed and you're focused on the third eye, which again is in between the eyebrows and slightly above. We'll be inhaling to the count of 4 and exhaling to the count of 4. So inhale through the nose to the count of 4. Exhale through the nose to the count of 4. And we'll be repeating this same pattern, and you may begin. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. And while you're breathing, just notice how you're showing up today. Notice how you are feeling. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the nose. You're doing a great job. Keep up the good work. Inhale deeply and hold the breath. Exhale fully and just sit and notice how you're feeling. We're going to begin by doing a few warm-up exercises. And the first warm-up exercise is going to be Sufi grinds. We're going to be doing sort of a tabletop version of this, but if you are not comfortable on hands and knees, you're welcome to perform this from easy pose, just as I am. You'll be placing your hands on your knees and be rotating at the waist. So we'll be rotating in a motion like this, coming forward and then stretching back. As we come forward, we'll be inhaling through the nose, and as we rotate toward the back, we will be exhaling through the nose. We're going to make 26 rotations, going left first. And if you are able to, swing your legs around to the right and come into tabletop position. Now, if this is not comfortable for you, again, you can do this from easy pose, but we'll be placing our hands on the floor in a wide, spread out manner. And again, we'll be rotating at the hips, keeping the spine straight. And as we rotate forward, we're going to inhale through the nose. And as we go to the back, we're going to exhale through the nose. And we're going to be here again for 26 rotations. And begin. You're doing an excellent job. Keep up the good work. When you reach 26, we're going to come to center, and then we're going to change directions and move in the opposite direction. If you were unable to fully complete 26 rotations, I invite you to pause the video so that you can complete those rotations. Otherwise, we're going to begin now going in the opposite direction. So we're going to be rotating toward the right, and remember that we are inhaling as we come forward in the rotation, exhaling as we go backward in the rotation, either from an easy pose position or from tabletop position. And continue. Hip rolls or soupy grinds is a really great exercise to aid in digestion and to also heat her internally up, get the energy moving. It also helps prepare our lower spine for the practice that we'll be doing today. After you have completed 26 rotations, come to center. And again, if you have not had enough time to complete 26 rotations, simply pause this video in order for you to complete the rotations and then resume it when you are finished. From here, come back into a nice seated position on the floor or in your chair with the easy pose, cross-legged position. And what we're going to be doing is placing our hands onto our shoulders with our thumb on the back of our shoulder and the fingers on the front. We're going to be doing spinal twist, and so as we twist to the left, we're going to inhale through the nose, and as we twist to the right, we're going to exhale through the nose. So inhale left, exhale right. And we will be here for 1 minute, and you can go at your own pace, either a nice vigorous twisting motion or a slower twisting motion. Go with what feels comfortable to your body, and if you feel any pain at all or discomfort, ease up a little bit in the motion. Spinal twist, again, is getting the spinal cord loosened up for our practice today. You're doing an excellent job. We just have a few more seconds left. Excellent job. Come to center and hold the breath. Exhale fully and gently, gracefully lower your hands back down to your lap. The next warm-up exercise that we're going to be doing is the alternate leg stretches. And so if you will bring your legs into a wide V-shaped position, we're going to be putting our palms facing one another. We're going to raise this above our head and inhale. As we turn and lower ourselves to our left leg, we're going to exhale. And then we're going to come to center, inhaling. And then we're going to turn to our right leg and lower our hands, exhaling as we do so. So inhale, center, exhale, left, inhale, center, exhale, right. And you can continue. Just keep your breath in rhythm with the movement, or the movement in rhythm with your breath. Inhale and come to center. And we're going to exhale and lower our hands down onto our legs. So our left arm, our hand will be on our left leg, our right hand will be on our right leg. If you can reach your toes, that's great. Go ahead and wrap your index finger and your middle finger around your toe and press your thumb into your toenail and gently pull back to get a nice good stretch. Inhale and raise the chest, and when you exhale, see if you can't go a little lower into the movement. Gently place your hands on your legs and walk yourself up into a nice straight spine. Excellent job. We're going to be coming back into easy pose. So find yourself back in easy pose, and we're going to begin the Kriya now. And the first portion of the Kriya is right nostril breathing. And again, this Kriya is designed to get the sun energy moving in our body, getting the divine masculine energy within our bodies moving, calling it to action. And so we will be doing right nostril breathing, which does have that effect. And so we're going to be taking our left hand and we're going to put our left thumb against our left nostril to block it off. So we'll be inhaling and exhaling through the right nostril only. And we're going to be doing this using long, slow, deep breathing. So try to inhale to the count of 4, exhale to the count of 4. If you can stretch it out for longer than that, to the count of 6 or 7, that's great. But we will begin by inhaling to the count of 4 and exhaling to the count of 4, all through the right nostril. So let's begin. We will be here for 5 minutes, or 5 minutes, and the right hand can simply remain on your knee, or you can, if you choose, put your fingers into Kriya mudra, which is the thumb and index finger touching, and you can lay that mudra on your knee. So either open with your palm facing up on your knee, or Gyan mudra, index finger and thumb touching on your knee. And remember, long, slow, deep breathing. We want the fingers on our left hand to point directly up into the air like an antenna. Focus should be at the third eye, which is in between the eyebrows and slightly above. You're doing an excellent job. Remember to keep your spine nice and straight during this pranayama, this portion of the Kriya. You're doing an excellent job. Keep up the good work. We're halfway there. Keep up the good work. Continue long, slow, deep breathing through the right nostril. The left nostril is blocked off with the left thumb, and the fingers on the left hand are pointed straight up like an antenna. You're doing a wonderful job. Just under a minute left to go. Inhale deeply and hold the breath. Exhale fully and lower your hand back down to your lap. Excellent job. Sit here and notice how you're feeling. Notice how the energy feels inside your body now. The next portion of this practice involves the Kriya. And so what we're going to be doing is placing our legs to the right, and we're going to come into rock pose, which is a seated position on our heels. Now, if this is not a comfortable position for you, we've got a couple of alternatives. One is you can place a towel or a blanket underneath the knees if there's some sensitivity on the knees. If there's sensitivity on the heel area, you can place the blanket or towel in between your buttocks and your heels to give a little bit of a cushion. And if neither one of those options works well for you, you can also perform this portion of the Kriya from easy pose, or you can perform it from a seated position in a chair. Just come to the edge of the chair. You want your thighs to be sort of angled down. And what we'll be doing is putting our hands in a mudra. So we'll be bringing our hands together. We're going to interlace all of our fingers with the exception of our index fingers. Our index fingers are going to remain extended. And if you identify with the feminine, you'll want your left thumb over your right thumb. And if you identify more as a masculine, you're going to want your right thumb over your left thumb. We'll be extending this mudra above our head, like this. And we will be chanting Sat Nam. On Sat, we'll be pulling in at the navel point, Sat. And then gently relaxing our lower abdomen for the Nam. Nam. So it's a self-regulating breath. Sat, Nam, Sat, Nam, Sat, Nam. We will be here for 6 minutes, and let's begin. Sat, Nam, 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 Sat, Nam. And continue at your own pace. The breath with this practice is self-regulating. And if the knees are uncomfortable, of course, you can continue to do the same chant with the same navel pull and release of the navel for the inhale, exhalation. So, Sat, Nam, Sat, Nam, Sat, Nam. And continue. The Sat Kriya is fantastic for working on the lower chakras, the root chakra, the sacral chakra, and the solar plexus chakra. It also assists greatly in digestion and speeding up the metabolism. You're doing a great job. Sat, Nam, Sat, Nam, Sat, Nam. The focal point should be at the third eye, in between the eyebrows and slightly above. Going at your own pace, keeping a rhythmic pace. You're doing an excellent job. Keep up the good work. Sat, Nam, Sat, Nam, Sat, Nam, Sat, Nam, Sat, Nam, Sat, Nam. We're halfway there. Keep up the good work. under 2 minutes left. You're doing a wonderful job. Just under a minute left to go. Sat, nam, 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 sat, nam. Inhale deeply. Hold the breath. Exhale fully, gently, gracefully lower your hands. Come out of rock pose and extend your legs directly in front of you and bounce them around a little bit. Rock pose will make you need to move your legs a little bit. And the reason we're doing this is because we're going to be repeating the Sat Kriya. So we'll be repeating the Sat Kriya in just a moment. Massage your legs, massage your knees, wiggle your feet back and forth. Excellent job. Okay, now we're going to be swinging our legs back around to the right, coming back into rock pose. And again, if rock pose is a little too challenging or is not comfortable or painful, this can be continued through easy pose. And you can also do this from a chair, again, by sitting with your buttocks toward the edge of the chair so that your thighs have a downward slant. Bringing our hands together, we're going to interlace all of our fingers except for our index finger, and then placing either the left or the right thumb over the other thumb, depending on whether you identify as the masculine or feminine. Raising this mudra above the head, and we'll begin the Sat Kriya again, pulling at the navel center on Sat, and gently softening the lower abdomen on the Nam. Focuses at the third eye with the eyes closed, and you can begin now. Sat, Nam, 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 Sat, Nam. Keep up the good work. Go at your own pace. You're doing an excellent job. It's also perfectly fine if you need to take a break. 6 minutes per set is quite a bit for a beginner. So if you can manage to do 3 minutes on each set, that's wonderful. You can work your way up to the full 6 minutes per set over time, and that's perfectly fine. Sat, na, sat, na, sat, na, sat, na, sat, na, sat, na, sat, na. You're doing a wonderful job. Keep up the good work. Focus is at the third eye. Chanting Sat Nam. We're halfway there. Keep up the good work. Sat, na, 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 sat, na. Keep up the good work. You should really start feeling the body heating up now, getting all of that sun energy moving throughout the body. You're doing an excellent job. Keep up the good work. Sat, na, sat, na, sat, na. We have just under a minute left. Sat, na, 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 sat, na. Inhale deeply and hold the breath. Squeeze, tense, and hold. Send the energy up. Exhale fully, gently, gracefully lower your hands. Go ahead and swing your legs around to the front. And again, let's stretch those legs out. Bounce them, move them around a little bit, get the blood flow moving. Rub your knees with your hands in a rotation, rotating on the kneecaps. Shake out the legs. Excellent job. Come back into a cross-legged position. And the next exercise, or the next portion of this Kriya, will be called spinal flex. And here what we'll be doing is grabbing our shins with our hands, and we will be inhaling, leading with our chest coming forward, exhaling to the back, inhale, exhale. And you can go at your own pace with this exercise. We will be here for 3 minutes, and you may begin now. Inhale, coming forward, exhale, going back. Inhale, forward, exhale, back. And continue. Focus should be on the third eye with this exercise. Spinal flex gets the vertebrae loosened up, and it helps the energy that we are making through the body travel up the spine easier. You're doing an excellent job. Inhaling, coming forward. Exhale, going back. We're about halfway through. Keep up the good work. You're doing an excellent job. Just under a minute left to go. Inhaling as we go forward. Exhaling as we come back. Inhale and come to center. Hold the breath. Squeeze root lock. Exhale and release the lock. Just sit and notice how you're feeling. From here, we're going to be doing frog pose, and I'm going to demonstrate how to do frog pose before we begin, because we're only going to be here for 1 minute. So swinging your legs around to the right, coming back into tabletop position. What we're going to do is we're going to place our heels together so they're touching, and then we're going to turn our toes over and have the bottoms of our toes touching the floor. And we're going to push back, so we will be in this type of a position. When we are in this position, we're going to be looking straight ahead with your neck sort of tilted, angled up a little. And then we're going to be raising, and as we raise, we're going to be looking at our knees. Now, if you are short armed like me, you may need to use a cushion or some blocks to get a little bit of height. It really does help. So, maybe from the side position might be helpful. So, from the side, so we're going to be here for 1 minute. And again, if you need to use some blocks or a cushion to sort of extend your arms a little bit, that's perfectly fine. And we'll begin now. We're only going to be here for 1 minute. You're doing a great job. Keep up the good work. Frog pose is an excellent way to keep fit. It will really generate some energy, and you will feel it. They say 106 frog pose before bedtime ensures a really nice deep sleep. Remember inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Inhale as you go to the more upright position. Exhale as you're lowering back down into the squat. Excellent job. Inhale deeply. Exhale fully and come back down into a nice seated position on your mat. And just sit here and notice how you're feeling. You should be feeling a lot of energy being generated. The next exercise we're going to do is called neck turns. So from easy pose, we will be turning our neck to the left and inhaling. And as we turn to the right, we will be exhaling. So inhale left, exhale right, and we will be here for 3 minutes, and you may begin. This should be a nice, gentle, easy movement. You don't want any pain. So if there's tenderness, note it and be easy with yourself. You're doing a great job. Keep up the good work. Inhaling as you turn your head to the left. Exhale as you turn your head to the right. Just under a minute left to go. You're doing a great job. Inhale deeply and come to center. Hold the breath. Exhale fully. And just sit and notice how you're feeling. The next portion of the Kriya is spinal bend, and what we will be doing here is placing our hands on our shoulders with our thumb on the back of our shoulder. Our other four fingers will be on the front, and we will be bending at the waist to the left, coming back to center, bending at the waist to the right, and then back to center. So inhale as you bend to the left, exhale as you bend to the right. And we will be here for 3 minutes, and you may begin now. Inhale to the left, exhale to the right, bending at the waist. This particular exercise is good for strengthening the abdominal muscles that are on the side of our abdomen. Keep up the good work. Inhaling left, exhaling right. You're doing a great job. We have just under a minute left to go, You're doing a wonderful job. Keep inhaling as you bend to the left and exhaling as you bend to the right. Inhale and come to center. Squeeze root lock, squeeze your sacral chakra, squeeze the solar plexus and the energy up. Hold the breath. Exhale and gently release the lock and lower your hands to your lap. Sit here for a few moments and notice any sensations throughout the body. Excellent work. The final portion of the Kriya involves sitting in easy pose, and we want to sit with a nice tall straight spine. We also want to apply neck lock slightly, so tuck your chin slightly, and we're going to be holding that position. This elongates the spine, and so we'll be holding this. In addition to the neck lock, we will also be applying root lock, the lock to the sex organs or sacral chakra, and the solar plexus. And what you'll notice by holding these locks is that the breath will be coming from the chest area mainly, as opposed to the diaphragm. So we're going to be breathing long, slow, deep breaths here. And remember, we'll be keeping a light neck lock, so tucking the chin slightly, and then we will also be squeezing the anus, sex organs, and the solar plexus during the entirety of the 3 minutes that we're here, and you may begin now. Keep your eyes closed, focus at the third eye point. And if you notice that you're starting to tense and tighten and squeeze your legs, try to loosen those and keep the pressure solely on the anus, sex organs, and solar plexus, and gently on the neck. Notice how your breath is affected by applying these locks. Long, slow, deep breathing. Inhale to the count of 4, exhale to the count of 4. You're doing a great job. We're halfway there. Keep up the good work. Keep squeezing the root lock, sex organs, solar plexus, light neck lock. Inhale deeply, hold the breath. Exhale fully and release the locks. And now we've come to the relaxation portion of this practice. And so I invite you to find yourself on your back, on the floor, on your mat, pressing your back into the mat. Feel supported. Close your eyes, and we will be here for 3 minutes. Enjoy this time. You have definitely earned it. In just a few moments, we'll be coming out of our relaxation. So begin twisting your ankles and rotating your feet at the ankle. Rotate your hands at the wrist. Start waking your body up gently. Begin rubbing your palms together vigorously. Get some friction built up in there, a little bit of heat, and then place your hands over your eyes onto your optic nerves. Your optic nerve is the nerve that's closest to the surface of the skin. This is a nice way to get everything awake. Bending your knees together to the right. Use your right arm to assist yourself, pushing your way back into a seated position, cross-legged and easy pose. We are going to begin the meditation portion of this practice. And this meditation is to magnify the radiant body. We'll be holding a mudra or hand position, And the mudra will be our left hand with fingers wide, placed over our heart center. And we want this mudra to be pretty spread out with the thumb pointing directly up. With our right hand, we're going to form a fist, but we're going to leave our index finger extended. And we're going to be bringing this mudra we're going to bend our arm and bring this mudra to the side of our rib cage, and we want the finger to be about eye level, so about where I've got it. And we'll be closing our eyes and focusing on the third eye point. And then there's also a mantra. The mantra that we will be repeating is Ad Sach, Jugad Sach, Hebi Sach, Nanaka Hose Be Sach. Each time we say Sach, we need to pull at the navel center, kind of like we did with the Kriya. So it'll be Ad Sach, Jugad Sach, Hebi Sach, Nanaka Hose Be Sach. And what this means is Ad Sach is truth in the beginning, Jugad Sach, true throughout the ages, Hebi Sach, true at this moment, and Nanaka Hose Be, Nanak says truth shall ever be. Nanak was the guru who established the Sikh tradition, and so we'll be repeating this mantra. We'll be here for 5.5 minutes, and we'll begin by placing our mudras in position, our left hand on the heart center, fingers wide spread, thumb pointing straight up, and then the right hand as if in an oath position with the index finger extending straight up at about eye level. Close your eyes, focus on the third eye, and we will begin now. Ad Sach, Jugad Sach, Hebi Sach, Nanaka Hose Be Sach. Ad Sach, Jugad Sach, Hebi Sach, Nanaka Hose Be Sach. Ad Sach, Jugad Sach, Hebi Sach, Nanaka Hose Be Sach. Ad Sach, Jugad Sach, Hebi Sach, Nanaka Hose Be Sach. Ad Sach, Jugad Sach, Hebi Sach, Nanaka Hose Be Sach. Ad Sach, Jugad Sach, Hebi Sach, Nanaka Hose Be Sach. Ad Sach, Jugad Sach, Hebi Sach, Nanaka Hose Be Sach. Ad Sach, Jugad Sach, Hebi Sach, Nanaka Hose Be Sach. Ad Sach, Jugad Sach, Hebi Sach, Nanaka Hose Be Sach. Ad Sach, Jugad Sach, Hebi Sach, Nanaka Hose Be Sach. Ad Sach, Jugad Sach, Hebi Sach, Nanaka Hose Be Sach. Ad Sach, Jugad Sach, Hebi Sach, Nanaka Hose Be Sach. Ad Sach, Jugad Sach, Hebi Sach, Nanaka Hose Be Sach. Ad Sach, Jugad Sach, Hebi Sach, Nanaka Hose Be Sach. Ad Sach, Jugad Sach, Hebi Sach, Nanakaho Sebe Sach. Ad Sach. Jugad Sach. Hebi Sach. Nanakaho Sebe Sach. Ad Sach. Jugad Sach. Hebi Sach. Nanakaho Sebe Sach. Ad Sach. Jugad Sach. Hebi Sach. Nanakaho Sebe Sach. Ad Sach. Jugad Sach. Hebi Sach. Nanakaho Sebe Sach. Ad Sach. Jugad Sach. Hebi Sach. Nanakaho Sebe Sach. Ad Sach. Jugad Sach. Hebi Sach. Nanakaho Sebe Sach. Ad Sach. Jugad Sach. Hebi Sach. Nanakaho Sebe Sach. Ad Sach. Jugad Sach. Hebi Sach. Nanakaho Sebe Sach. Ad Sach. Jugad Sach. Hebi Sach. Nanakaho Sebe Sach. Ad Sach. Jugad Sach. Hebi Sach. Nanakaho Sebe Sach. We've got about 2 minutes left to go. You're doing a great job. Keep up the good work. Ad Sach. Jugad Sach. Hebi Sach. Nanakaho Sebe Sach. Ad Sach. Jugad Sach. Hebi Sach. Nanakaho Sebe Sach. Ad Sach. Jugad Sach. Hebi Sach. Nanakaho Sebe Sach. Ad Sach. Jugad Sach. Hebi Sach. Nanakaho Sebe Sach. Ad Sach. Jugad Sach. Hebi Sach. Nanakaho Sebe Sach. Ad Sach. Jugad Sach. Hebi Sach. Nanakaho Sebe Sach. Ad Sach. Jugad Sach. Hebi Sach. Nanakaho Sebe Sach. Ad Sach. Jugad Sach. Hebi Sach. Nanakaho Sebe Sach. Ad Sach. Jugad Sach. Hebi Sach. Nanakaho Sebe Sach. Ad Sach. Jugad Sach. Hebi Sach. Nanakaho Sebe Sach. We have just under 30 seconds left. You're doing a wonderful job. Keep up the good work. Ad Sach. Jugad Sach. Hebi Sach. Nanakaho Sebe Sach. Ad Sach. Jugad Sach. Hebi Sach. Nanakaho Sebe Sach. Inhale deeply. Hold the breath. Exhale fully and gently lower your hands. Notice how you're feeling. We will now conclude this practice with a long set, short nam, truth is my name. This is in the ancient language of Gurmukhi. Pressing your palms together at the center of your chest. Press your thumb bone into your sternum. Closing your eyes, focusing on the third eye, which is in between the eyebrows and slightly above. Inhale deeply through the nose. Exhale fully through the nose. Inhale deeply through the nose. Exhale fully through the nose. Inhale and let's begin. Sat Nam. Placing the tips of your fingers to your forehead, bow in reverence to your practice. And ground yourself by placing your palms on the ground and your forehead on the ground to ground out and close out this practice. Thank you. Sat Nam.